The single biggest change since the start of Fortnite Battle Royale Chapter 2 Season 1 is now on the horizon, as we're approaching the final few weeks of Season 1 in our brand new Fortnite world. We've seen multiple events and new seasons go live in the past on the OG Fortnite island, but we have never seen the turnover from season to season here on the Apollo map, and we've also never seen a live in-game event take place on this new map either. But that is all about to change here in just a few weeks' time, as Season 12 of Fortnite Battle Royale, aka Chapter 2 Season 2, is only a few weeks away. And of course, you guys all know what that means. The storyline is about to seriously ramp up, and in the coming days and weeks, we are going to see a ton of new secrets revealed, new teasers released, and new surprises announced, all of which will lead up to the epic end of Season 11 with the next finale events. Now, with all of this happening in the relatively near future, the excitement is starting to build, and we've got a ton of intel to share with you guys today, ranging from when the event will be starting, to how it'll actually impact the Apollo map moving forward, and even to how it could connect back to the very roots of Fortnite in and of itself. So if you guys are excited for the first ever Chapter 2 live event, be sure to drop a like on the video, and let's get into what is about to be one of the biggest events in Fortnite history. So let's start off with when the Chapter 2 Season 1 finale event will be going live, because it's actually going to be going down a lot sooner than you might realize. Now, what's a bit weird about Chapter 2 Season 1 is that the Battle Pass no longer has any kind of countdown timer next to it. Back in Chapter 1, every single season we would see something along the lines of, the Battle Pass ends in 17 days, 42 minutes, and 19 seconds. But this time around, there is no such timer. So you might be wondering, well, when exactly is Season 1 of Chapter 2 going to end? Because obviously the finale event takes place in the last few days or even the very last day of any given season. But luckily, we were actually able to catch that right at the very start of the chapter. There was a timer on the screen that has since been removed. Back on October 15th, when Season 1 of Chapter 2 went live, the timer said that the season would be ending in 54 days, which would mean that on Sunday, December 8th, Chapter 2 Season 2 would presumably be going live, which would line up with what we saw at the end of Season X, as the season ended on a Sunday. But of course, to keep the surprise going back then, Epic had a bit of a longer downtime than normal, and that's likely something we won't see happen this time around, since we're just transitioning between two seasons and not an entirely new chapter. Anyways, by this math, we can assume that either on Saturday, December 7th or Sunday, December 8th, the Chapter 2 Season 1 finale event will kick off, and we'll see the next entry into the event lineup commence, and it'll immediately be followed by some downtime, and Season 12, or Chapter 2 Season 2, will begin upon the servers coming back online. So as of now, December 7th or December 8th are looking like the most likely dates that the finale event for this season will actually take place. Now let's talk about what the event is actually going to be about, because as you'll see by the end of the video, there's already a lot of clues on the island right now that could be hinting towards what's about to come in just a few weeks' time. We first have to take a look at the various bunkers on the map, and yes, that is bunkers with an S on the end of it, meaning there is more than one. In fact, there's actually 3 of them, all of which are awfully peculiar. You'll probably remember that back on the OG Fortnite Island, may it just rest in peace. Can we get an F in the chat for the OG Fortnite Island, by the way? Anyways, back on the OG Fortnite Island, we saw the Wailing Woods bunker added to the map way back when, and that bunker sat on the island for week after week, month after month, and season after season without anything whatsoever happening to it. Then the volcano came and destroyed Wailing Woods, but guess what? It somehow did not destroy the bunker, and through the volcano's spawn and through the volcano's eruption and everything else that took place, the bunker still remained in one piece and unopened. So upon the launch of Chapter 2, we all kind of wondered, will we ever get any answers as to what that bunker was supposed to be for? And it seems like now, after the original map has been destroyed, the answers might finally surface, because on the new Apollo map, we have 2 bunkers that are nearly identical to the original Wailing Woods bunker, and we also have a 3rd bunker that is even more interesting. One of these bunkers is located just past Retail Row near the edge of the map, and this one looks and behaves just like the one that we had in Wailing Woods. You cannot pickaxe it, you cannot farm materials from it, and you cannot tell what exactly is inside of it. So that is bunker number 1. The next bunker is located just off the coast of the island, and what is extra weird about this one is that it is actually hidden on the floor of the ocean. So this is a bunker that you can't really access, and instead you can just simply look at it from a distance. And this one also shares a resemblance to the original bunker as well. So that is effectively bunker number 2. And then we get to bunker number 3, and this is where things really take an interesting turn, because this one does not share the same look as the others, and instead this one is actually a bunker built into the side of a mountain in the lower right hand portion of the map. This one almost looks as if it was a military base with just how massive the door seems to be, and what lies behind it may be the single biggest piece of Fortnite storyline information that we've ever seen. You might look at this bunker, and if you are a longtime Fortnite fan, you might think, well, wait a minute, this looks kind of familiar, does it not? And actually, you're right, it does look pretty familiar, as this bunker door shares a striking resemblance to a bunker that we saw appear in the original Save the World trailer, as Dr. Vinderman escaped a horde of husks, but just barely. Now, for those of you who are familiar with Save the World, you probably know all about Dr. Vinderman by now, as he is actually the one who created the V-Bucks currency system. V-Bucks, Vinderman, you see the connection? Cool, awesome. Now, really the only thing that this bunker is missing is the V-Buck icon, as that is shown on the door from the Save the World trailer. However, you'll also notice that the very center of this bunker door actually has a little empty circle area that could very well fit that same V-Buck icon, just like in the trailer. So the theory with all of this is that all 3 of these bunkers are actually connected, and that the one inside of the bunker is actually Dr. Vinderman, or who you may also know him by, the Visitor. Yes, that's right, ladies and gentlemen. It seems the storyline is all starting to come together from the initial days of Fortnite's release, as players are beginning to think that the Visitor's true identity is in fact Dr. Vinderman. To be fair, it is an awfully compelling theory, being that Dr. Vinderman is a scientist, and the Visitor also has an alter ego version named the Scientist. And clearly Dr. Vinderman knows a lot more about the mysteries of the Fortnite world than we do, and so does the Visitor. So I'm sure you're wondering, well, how exactly does this all tie into the finale event for this season? And, well, that's where things get really, really cool. I have a feeling that this main bunker built into the side of the mountain is going to be the epicenter for our next Fortnite event, as whatever lies behind those doors is clearly meant to be kept a secret. So whatever Dr. Vinderman may be working on here, whether it is something good or something very, very bad, it'll be revealed here in just a few weeks' time. And that reveal will somehow tie into the mystery of the 7, who we still are not fully aware of. And perhaps Dr. Vinderman knows about them too. Anyways, I could also foresee something going wrong in Dr. Vinderman's plan here that somehow backfires and causes some kind of catastrophe to occur on the island. What I'm thinking is that somehow, someway, something will in fact go wrong and ultimately cause some damage to the Hydro 16 dam, which then causes it to crack and eventually break, releasing a massive flood over the map, which completely destroys some of the nearby areas. It seems like there's always some kind of major twist when it comes to our live in-game events, so to see some error take place that causes some monstrous damage to the island is honestly kind of to be expected at this point. Regardless of what ends up happening though, we know a few things that are basically givens at this point, including the fact that this event will tie into the Chapter 2 Season 2 storyline in some way, and the fact that this event will be the source of our first major map changes on the Apollo map, making it out to be one of the most anticipated events in the history of Fortnite Battle Royale. Now, with all of this event talk going on, we've got to hear from you guys. What is your all-time favorite live event in Fortnite Battle Royale history? Was it the OG rocket launch that essentially set this entire storyline in motion? Was it the Marshmallow concert, or even the end event? Let us know your thoughts down in the comments below. If you guys enjoyed the video, let us know by dropping a like on it, giving it a big old thumbs up, as it would be much appreciated. And of course, if you are new here to the channel and you like what you see, feel free to subscribe with your post notifications turned on. That way you'll always know when we upload a new video. As always, by joining the notification squad, every single time we upload a new video, YouTube will actually send you a message letting you know we've gone live. That way you can be the first person to watch, like, and comment on each and every new video. With all of that being said, that is effectively going to wrap things up for today. So thanks so much for tuning in, and until next time, take it easy, have an awesome rest of your day, and we'll see you guys on the battle bus. Peace out.